Let's do it. Let's do
Cherry popped.
So let's get to know Iborn a little bit, man. Tell the people out there that may not be that familiar with you who Iborn is.
Yeah. You know, Iborn is a good, beloved brother. You know, born and raised in money earned in Mount Vernon, the hometown that gave birth to great legends like Heavy D, rest in peace, Albie Shaw, Denzel Washington, Pete Rock, CL Smooth, Case, Stephanie Mills, and other phenomenons that came out from that town.
Denzel.
Denzel, the great Denzel, you know, Denzel is tight with the fam, you know. Mount Vernon's a small town, 4.4 square miles, and you know, as Have said, nothing but love.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah. So let's talk about hip hop a little bit, Born. When do you feel like you first fell in love with the culture?
Man, fell in culture a long time ago, you know, but
yeah.
LL, him and LL Cool J is what really made me fall into the culture. You know, I'm a huge fan of LL Cool J, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Let's be clear with that. And then it goes back to the journey with Rakim. You know, I'm from the era of real hip hop. Kane,
right?
KRS-One, Public Enemy, EPMD, Cool G Rap. You know, so back then is when I really fell in love with, you know, with the culture of hip hop. You know, it was that feeling back then of music was just so incredible. You know, just to think about it, I get goosebumps about, you know, how it was when I first heard LL. You know, I really wanted to be like L. Wanted to travel out to Queens and Farmers Boulevard and find him. Wanted to copy Kango.
Word up.
Wanted to make a demo and go down to Def Jam and you know, try to find Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin. You know, so very inspirational from LL, you know, fall in love with the culture.
So when did that transition over to maybe you wanting to take a shot at it? How young were you when you first dipped your toe in the water?
Well, I started making demos that we called them back in 1987. You know, I was making demos back then with Spunk Bigger. You know, once I heard it, I knew I just wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be an entertainer. Just constantly trying to write and develop and nurture my craft. I also DJ'd as well. Yeah. To tell you the truth, the DJing is what really evolved into the music. Because once I had the records and I'm playing the records and I'm playing LL's records and I'm listening to them and the impact that it had on me, I transitioned really from the DJing over to writing rhymes.
Okay.
And that's where it started from there.
Okay. So you said you worked with Spunk Bigger. Was he like the way that you got introduced into the actual industry? How did that happen for you?
Well, no, I worked with Spunk. How I got introduced into the industry was actually with Damien D.O. Blott.
Okay.
Damien D.O. Blott, and that was Heavy D's right-hand man. He was the vice president of Universal Artist Development. D.O. was responsible for the acts of Pete Rock and CL Smooth, AZ. I mean, the list goes on with D.O. And D.O. heard something that I did. I'd put something on Hot 97 from Future Flavors with Marley Marl and Pete Rock. And the freestyle was so incredible that D.O. sent up my boy Jig to find me. And he was like, yo, you know, tell Iborn I want to sign him, bring him down in the office. And that right then and there was like so mind-blowing, because for me to be able to really go down to a record label, you know, to go to Universal, to really just open the doors up and like, wow, like you know, this is for real right here.
Yeah, I know.
You know the feeling. So
Absolutely.
I'm going inside.
I remember my first time going to Universal, man. I remember back when Universal MCA was in the same building downtown.
Absolutely,
man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Kathy Baylor was the A&R at that time and whatnot. So yeah, I remember trips
right on Broadway, 57th and Broadway.
Absolutely.
So, you know, just to go in there and sit back and like, yo, wow, these are where the ideas are produced that gave birth to these acts there. Because at that time, Mr. Cheeks was there, Cannabis was there, Herb McGruff was there, Chico DeBarge was there. It was a few acts was floating around there, but it was incredible to just be able to walk into a real record label and sit inside an office and discuss signing and making music. You know, it was just the biggest thing in the world for me.
Let's back it up just a little bit. Now, when right before you got signed, what was that magic moment to where like someone that could actually help you took notice?
I believe I did this song with Herb McGruff, Killer Cam, Panama PI, and the song got played on Hot 97. And we were standing outside, and you know what it is for when you know the radio station is going to play a record. And at that time, DJ Clue was the biggest thing on Monday nights.
Absolutely.
Clue played all the exclusive things right there. And when Clue played that, it just went haywire. It just get haywire. After that, I'm sitting up at Atlantic Records in Craig Calvin's office, talking about doing remixes with Brandy. Rob Tulo was the A&R at that time. He actually gave me my first budget to do a demo.
Okay.
We did a 10-song, I think we did about 10-song EP. I had RZA. RZA did a song, Top 5, Track Masters, Tony Dofat. I don't want to leave anybody else. Spunk did something, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
For somebody to believe in you like that. And things were just spiraling out, and that's when it got noticed by KRS-One. Okay.
Now, let's talk about your relationship with KRS. Like, how did that blossom into him saying, all right, man, I'm gonna take a shot?